We all have to start somewhere, even Toku fans. If you're new to the Sentai series, man, you're in for a treat. There are so many awesome seasons, amazing characters, and interesting stories to get you hooked. And I think for a lot of people, it can be hard to know where to start. So I put together this list of what I think are the top 10 best Super Sentai seasons for new viewers. These are the essentials. First up at number 10 is Gorenja. This is the original Sentai season. Before it was even officially known as Super Sentai, there was Gorenja. Because it's the original, it's a logical jumping off point, but be aware that it can be a little jarring if you're only used to watching newer Toku shows. But this show has a great 1970s style, some classic looking suits that look a lot like Kamen Rider 1's, and a Yellow Ranger that really likes curry. Number 9 is Shinkenger. If you want an excellent, quote-unquote, slice of life show, this might be one of the best. There's a great style to this season, and a great story as well, having to do with loyalty and the Bushido, the samurai code of honor. They have excellent weapons, including the big-ass sword, and I just really like it a lot. Number 8 is Q Ranger. If you're looking for a Sentai season with a ton of Rangers, this one's for you. This is a great galaxy-spanning season, and there's a lot of really unique things that I like about it, such as having a female Green Ranger. Also, the intro is super catchy and memorable. Number 7 is Abarenja. As far as Dino seasons go, this one is excellent. I love the suits, I love the spikes that come out of them, but if I had to pick the main reason to watch this show, I would say it's Abare Kira, the White Ranger. This dude is just evil and remorseless, and what an excellent suit. Number 6 is Ninninger. We've had a few ninja-themed Sentai seasons, but if I had to describe this one in one word, it would be style. Their visors look like shurikens. The mecha transformation is super colorful and flashy. The costumes, especially those of the villains, look incredible, and I think Toei really outdid themselves with this season. Not to mention Fuka and Kasumi are just super likable, and if you're an otaku like me, they will brighten your day. Number 5 is Zenkaiger. This show is a celebration of Sentai, and it functions as an anniversary season. Zenkaiser looks a lot like Big One from Jaka, and the other Rangers are Kikinoids that look like mechas from previous seasons. This season is very entertaining in its own right, and if you're new to the series, you're gonna see a lot of previous Rangers and forms, things that will introduce you to other Sentai seasons, and maybe you'll find some stuff that looks good. Not to mention, this intro is one of the best ever. Number 4 is Jaka, Dengeki Tai. Another classic season. The Rangers in this season are themed around different shapes from playing cards, meaning heart, club, spade, diamond. And later on into the season, we're introduced to Big One. The first White Ranger. He looks like an absolute pimp. He's got a cane. This dude is just slick, man. Men want to be him, and women want to be with him. Or at least, that's probably how it was in the 70s. Just like Go Ranger, this series has some great 1970s style. And if you're looking for a throwback, this one is a good choice.
Nonsense.
Number 3 is Deca Ranger. This show is absolutely hilarious. It's one of the funniest seasons in the history of Sentai, and that is not
Nonsense.
You could say that's nonsense janai. Deca Break is one of my favorites, mainly because of his nonsense. And then you have Bon, who is a hothead and just kind of unpredictable. You have Deca Pink always taking bubble baths. You have a nice mystery theme. You have Sin with his shinking pose.
よくこらせ。これは線のシンキングポーズである。
Where he will stand on his head in order to, I guess, see things literally from a new perspective, and it helps him solve mysteries. The songs in this show, like not just the intro, but also the 2 different outros, they're all amazing and catchy. And you will find yourself singing them in your head long after you finish watching this season. One of my absolute favorites. Number 2 is Ranger, and this is even more so if you grew up watching Power Rangers. A great Dino season, a great 6th Ranger, an awesome mecha, or mechas. You also have Bandora as the villain, played by the legendary Machiko Soga, who played in many other Toku shows. But this is perhaps the role that she's best known for, especially in the West. Budai has and will probably always be my favorite Ranger. And if you're a fan of Power Rangers, then you owe it to yourself to watch Ranger. And the number 1 Super Sentai show for noobs, Gokaiger. This show is just a perfect storm. Everything just hits just right. The characters are great and varied. You have uber good guys like Doc, but then you have anti-heroes like Captain Marvelous and Luca and Joe. The sense of adventure has never been stronger than with this show. There's just something about that song when it hits, and seeing them on their galleon amongst the clouds, it just gets you hype. Not to mention, this is an anniversary season, so there are many previous forms that are featured. So if you want to just check out a whole bunch of different Rangers from different teams, well, this might be your best bet. As I said before, the intro is incredible, but the outro is also pretty dang cool. They basically have a rap, sort of. I don't even know how to describe the genre of music it is, but they're basically just going through all of the different teams. So you'll actually legitimately learn some things about Sentai, actually a lot of things, while watching this show. This show is great. There's really no 2 ways about it. It's just an awesome show. And if you are interested in watching Sentai, this is definitely one that you're going to want to watch. But you know what? That's just my list. Let me know yours in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, it would mean a ton to me if you would smack the shit out of that like button. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye!